We talked about this earlier and we talked about it yesterday. You said today's game was going to be the hardest game. Did you feel like it was one of your harder games this season?
Yeah. Yep. Usually I'm kind of typically wrong about, a few things from time here to here. But I think yesterday that statement I was actually right this time around. It definitely was probably up to date one of the more difficultly challenging games that our guys have been a part of.
So you still have a Game 3 tomorrow. You still have the opportunity to punch your ticket to the championship game. What are you seeing from the Brahmas right now? What lessons are you hoping to take?
Yeah, so to go along with that, I was really pleased with how our guys responded. Kudos to Lone Star. They did what championship teams do. They come out, in a no tomorrow situation for them, and they punched us right in the mouth. They played hard. They played heavy. But on the flip side, they pulled out a game of ours that I had yet seen this season, which I was really excited to see. It made for some really exciting and fun hockey to watch. I think our guys gravitated to it. They graduated and evolved right underneath our eyes. Live, they became men almost playing in a men's game, and some of them took strides that I hadn't seen all season in one single game. So it was really exciting to see.
So when we talked on the bench earlier, you also said that your team need to embrace the physicality. Did you see them embrace the physicality in the second and third period?
Yeah, I believe so. I think, we had a few brain farts that, ended up with goals against for us that made it a little bit challenging to climb back into it. And, we talked about those. We'll go back to film and rectify those. But once we started able to kind of find our feet and acclimatize, I thought we managed the game pretty well and sort of shifted, tilted the ice our way for, most of the second half of the game.
How would you describe today's game for this Windigo's roster?
Today's game for this Windigo, even though in a losing scenario, I thought it was probably one of the better, more complete games that I've seen our guys play. Great competition, and that in Lone Star will pull out the best, and that's what we certainly saw as a staff. We saw some of our best climb right to the top. Guys playing men's next level professional type style hockey is what we sort of saw Lone Star pull out of us.
The Windigo and the Lone Star Brahmas are the top two teams in the league on the penalty kill. Yeah. Is it an adjustment to see a team perform just as well as you are?
Of course, yeah, of course. They're the top dog for a reason. Their specialty teams units are, have been in the past been very good. And so when and I think I touched on this yesterday, when you start to get into playoff time, when we're playing against the top 4 teams in the nation right now, your specialty teams need to be rock solid.
What's going to be the adjustment heading into tomorrow?
I don't know if there's going to be much of an adjustment. I think it's just sort of pick up where we left off. Be ready to go right out of the gates. Don't have some of those mental mistakes that they were able to capitalize on. Be sharp. Be playoff hockey for all 60 minutes. If you slip up for a minute, that's probably going to cost you the game.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.